Yeah, thanks. I think tonight was a performance to build on. I think it's a culmination of a long preseason and a preseason that was layered in with some adversity and some challenges and adjustments that we had to make. But it got us to today, and the guys were fresh, they were ready, and again, I think the performance overall speaks for itself. There's a lot of metrics that are important to us, and obviously we won a lot of those. But the guys' collectiveness, the cohesion on and off the field, I think is very well illustrated. The amount of personality and character that's been brought into the group, that's been pushed by the group, was evident again tonight. And very pleased by the performance, first and foremost, to get the shutout, to get the 5 goals is an example of what we can be. But it's the first game as well, so we want to keep that in perspective. There's plenty of things that we got to get better at, and the mentality of the group is to remain humble and hungry. But we know we can play, and it's about building in consistency, and it's about building our identity even more. And again, I thought it was a very well-deserved result from the guys tonight.
We'll take 2 questions from each person. We'll start with Chris Phillips on this right.
Yeah, Josh, so much of the focus, I think, in some of these matches that you guys played last year was the attacking third and
Yeah.
kind of lacking the confidence or like the fluidity to finish off some of those plays. Did you see clues that this was coming? Like, what's the confidence in the group been like coming into this?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we saw some of that towards the end part of last year. I think the consistency was lacking, but early on last year we got into a lot of great opportunities and maybe lacked the quality, lacked the calm. But adding Musa, adding obviously Sebastian, and then just becoming a little bit more cognizant of who we are and the ways that we could hurt the opponent. But that gave us the foundation. Things certainly weren't as good as we would have liked last year, but we layered in a real strong foundation of who we are and what we can be. And by the end of the year, even though results were still inconsistent, there was enough games certainly here at home that we showed our quality, and we showed the collectiveness. We showed the personality and the ability to score goals. And I think tonight was as collective an effort as I've seen this group probably put together. Combined set pieces, combined the fact that we got 5 goals in a variety of ways, and again, pitched a shutout. Was great to see. Thank you.
So the other thing I was going to ask you was the narrative that's going to come out is going to be Austin good, Cincinnati bad. And I guess what's your case that this is more indicative of you guys than just the opponent?
Yeah, again, I think we'll focus on the things that we did well tonight, and then we'll obviously adjust and correct some of the things I think we could have done better. But I think each week there's going to be things that we've got to continue to rein in and focus in on. But the focus right now, I think, for our group we game planned in a certain way. I think we executed a lot of that in a very positive way. There were some things that Cincinnati threw at us that caused us some challenges that we could be better dealing with. But Cincinnati's a good team. It's not easy coming together as a group with a new coach. I think we all know what that looks like and feels like. But going on the road, and this is a tough place to play. The fans are lively, the pitch is fantastic, and the stadium's rocking. It's never an easy place to go into, and I'm extremely happy and proud of our fans, as always, and equally proud of the players.
Thank you. Other questions? Tyler Phillips, maybe?
Josh, how big was that first goal 2 minutes in just to get started?
Yeah, I think anytime you can, get the first goal, but we got it relatively quickly in the game and off a set piece, which is something that these guys have put into the goals bin for what we want to be better with this year, and we got a couple of them tonight. But it's important. Obviously, you want to get on the board quick, gain some momentum, and put the opponent under pressure. And we talk a lot about game management and what that looks like from the opening whistle and what the first 5 minutes can be about. But I thought our guys answered the bell and came out in a real good way. It's always nice to get on the board first and quickly.
Happy belated also. You had some support.
Thanks.
Wishing you happy birthday.
Thanks.
Is it the best gift a day later?
It's the best gift, period. So appreciate it. Appreciate the fans' birthday wishes. But again, we'll savor the moment, enjoy it, and we'll start to focus at some point in the near future on the next game.
Just 1 second. Just to move this a little closer.
Sure. Or I could sit closer. Yeah.
Eric Newman, Austin Chronicle. Eric?
Hey Josh, what kind of a tone can be set with a performance like this? It is the beginning of a long season, but as Ryan said, biggest margin of victory in a season opener in MLS history. Can that be something you can carry forward in the rest of
I hope so. You want to build momentum. You want to have confidence, and again, this group came through preseason in a pretty good way. We scored goals. We learned some things against the opponents that we played, and we played a variety of opponents. And performances like tonight, results like tonight, will give players confidence, the entire group confidence, mostly the team, and that's what's most important. And we'll have Miami, next week, and we'll have a couple days now to enjoy this and start preparing for them. But I know how challenging this league is. Week by week, it's a grind, and every opponent can beat any opponent, and that's the reality. And we'll focus in on who they are and what they're about later on. We'll enjoy tonight, but it's week one. We got to win, and the guys can enjoy that. But we'll make sure we don't get too carried away with it.
And then you had Maxey and Kip starting, and then kind of with
Yeah.
like the 3-0 lead at halftime, you had the luxury of being able to bring in four additional new
Yeah.
players to make their debuts. How happy were you with that? And then on Kip specifically, what did you see from him in his debut?
Yeah, I think it's great to bring in players. Again, the quality in the group and the depth is much different. It's much different. And then the leadership and the camaraderie in this group, and you can see it when they come into the game, how supportive they are. When they finish the game, how supportive they are. So that's something that's going to push this group along in a way that we did not have last year. Kip's a young player. He did quite well tonight. I think he'll learn from tonight as well. He's going up against two very physical strikers, really different than what he faced in preseason. Each game, each training is a learning experience for Kip. And what I think I've been impressed with most is certainly his physical attributes are clear, but he comes in and he takes in information. He's trying to apply what we're saying, and he's gotten better. But there's still plenty of room for him to grow. And we said it last year with Danny Pereira. I mean, he's got a good ceiling, and Pepe's growing into his stature as well. But Kip likewise, he's got some room to grow, and he'll build off of tonight. It was a physical game. He took a yellow, and we said you probably got about one more foul, 15 minutes tops before we're going to pull you, because I didn't want to risk him taking another silly foul or something and getting red. So.
Josh, you guys have emphasized how you want to make KVUE into home fortress.
Yeah.
How important is that to you guys, and how does this kind of get that started?
Yeah, I think it's really important. If you want to be a team that makes the playoffs, you're going to dominate at home, and you're going to get maximum points quite often. And we have our own benchmarks internally that we've already talked about that will help us get in that position. But home is where our heart is. I mean, this is an incredible place. It really is, and we got to maximize that, savor the opportunity every time we're out here. And again, we saw this towards the end of last year. Our last 5 games here at home, the way that we played, the quality in which we played with, and the results that we got. We felt, this is a place, and we feel this is a place that we should be able to get, a lot of wins, and that's going to be our motivation and drive all year. And again, our support is, and our fan base and the supporter section are incredible. They fuel us, and again, we want to repay these fans and this community for everything they've given us in 1 year. It's been amazing, and we owe them a lot.
And last season, it took a little bit to get to where you guys were consistently scoring every match.
Yeah.
What does this mean, I guess, mentally for the players, getting so many to have points on the board so early in the season?
Yeah, I think it's important with any group when you're scoring goals. We saw the adverse effect of that last year when we weren't able to score, and it affects the team's morale. It affects confidence. And that's life coming in as an expansion team, playing on the road 8 games, not having strikers. I mean, there's a litany of things that soured that taste in our mouth last year, but we're in a much better place. Guys have a better understanding of what we're trying to do. We have a deeper group. We have more quality in the final third, and that's been evident in preseason, and it was clearly on display tonight. And they're hungry. This won't be enough, and I'll make sure it's not enough. These guys are going to be ready to compete each and every game, and they got competition in the locker room, and that's also one of the driving forces. So proud of them, happy for them tonight, but we'll get moving on to the next one soon.
Happy birthday. What's the potential of this midfield?
The potential is very good. I think there's different dynamics with the different personnel. You see what Pepe has performed extremely well, much more mature and responsible. Alex gives us certainly a steeliness and a competitiveness, but also a quality and an ability to arrive in the box. And Johan got a little taste of MLS, and that was important for him tonight, to see the speed, to see the combativeness, and also to understand what the reffing is like. And he had a lot of fouls that were called that probably he didn't feel were fouls, but he's also getting that onboarding. So from that standpoint, it's good. Sebastian Giussi, Felipe, guys that can play a little bit further up the field. There's a lot of things. Owen's a guy that can obviously get minutes as well. So there's different types of players and different roles, and I think the potential is good. But we want to be as solid and consistent as possible, and again, get as much familiarity with all of our guys as possible because they're all going to play minutes this year.
From a national perspective, is Drayton underappreciated and just how good he is from not here, but from a national perspective?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's gotten, I think he's always thought of and looked as one of the top holding midfielders in the league, and we're utilizing him in a little bit different role, allow him to expand his attacking foray. And I think tonight he showed that he has the ability to get box to box. He has the ability to arrive and stay calm in front of goal, and he's a DP for us, so he's got plenty of quality in our eyes, and certainly within our league. I wouldn't say he's undervalued or is thought of as in a way that's not complimentary of his ability. But we're proud to have him, and certainly he's our captain, and he did a great job tonight.
Coach, I know you mentioned that you can only do so much kind of team bonding on the field, and a lot of that is left to a team off the field and all that. Is this kind of maybe a manifestation of kind of the bonding and the team building off the field that they have done together?
Yeah, I think it certainly has helped that. We try to manufacture opportunities for the team to come together as well. That's something that as a staff we look at and take part in and urge and push. But these guys do it naturally on their own. I know Maxie's got some plans already and getting guys together as a group. So again, the character and the personality and the quality that we added to the team helps now really propel this thing in a different direction, a new direction. And it still relates to the foundation and the identity that we wanted to have, and do have. But again, I think there's winners that have come into play, people that have won championships, that have been on good teams, and understand that it's about being a family. It's about being very connected on and off the field, and we understand that as a staff as well. But the players respond to it, respect it, and again, we're excited by all of our additions, and again, the team unity is strong, and it's going to need to be strong. The season will be long, and it will be difficult, and that's when your family's really tested, and we'll see as that comes, but it's a good group. It's a good group.
All the goals scored today, all the assists for players that have been here before.
Yeah.
Kind of know the system. Does that say anything about that kind of just understanding of the system better, or does that not matter at all? Or?
Well, I would like to think it matters. I would like to think what we've been building and working on for a year is again on display, and the players that have come in, we've brought in with the idea that they have qualities and player attributes that fit into what we're trying to do. And then there's personality and the individualism out on the field. When you see guys connecting and almost knowing where players are without seeing them or having to know they're there, you see there's real fluidity, there's real connection, there's real enjoyment to what they're doing, and that's when soccer becomes extremely exciting, and teams can become very dangerous. So I'm excited by what the potential is, and we'll continue to work on it. Yeah, I think the defense, the shutout was important, and Brad had a couple saves. We gave up a couple looks, and certainly some areas we can clean up. But really proud of the group to grind and fight. It's never going to be perfect, and anytime you come into a game, it's about doing everything you can to pitch a shutout, and then on the other side of it, can you score goals to help win yourself the game? But pleased for the group. Obviously, a shutout's important for everyone, and the back line withstood some pressure, and it was good to see. Johan's doing fine. He'll play tomorrow in the game. That's a coach's decision as far as where we are with what we have on the field, and he's healthy, and he'll be competing all week for a place in the roster next week. Mm-hmm. Well, we got 20 spots, so we can't have everybody on the bench, and it's a competitive group. So I think that's what I talk to these guys about. Performances will dictate minutes. Training matters. Games matter. And again, it's a competitive group, and there's minutes to compete for, and nothing comes easy, and nor will a spot on the bench or in the starting 11. So we got a good group. They're hungry, and that only adds to the quality of the team when we got quality and depth within the side. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions for Coach? Please.
So I have a question, Coach. How did you choose the 11, the starting 11 for this season?
Um,
What do you make you choose them?
Yeah, I chose it on performance. I think these guys deserve to start. They've worked tirelessly in preseason. I think each player earned the right to play, and the players on the bench earned the right to be on the bench, and that's something we'll try to stand by this year. I think obviously health and availability becomes an issue, but these guys earned the right to play and start tonight, and again, I think that's what we'll look at each week is. Obviously what the team result is very important, but also how each individual performs, and that's key to their availability, but also their the starting potential.
We saw that everything went flawless during the game. What did you change? What would you change for the next game that maybe you didn't like about it?
We'll look at the video, but there's a lot of things that are good. So we'll focus a lot on what we planned for and how we executed that, and we'll look at some of the gaps where maybe we didn't have as clean an understanding. But we'll focus on that in the next couple of days.
Curious on the note about depth and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe time will balance some of this out.
Sure.
Balancing egos on the team as we move forward through the season.
Egos are good things to have, as long as guys can manage them, as long as coaches and the team can manage them. I talk about leadership and character and personality in our group. I don't think this locker room is going to let people get carried away with things. Like I said, there's been a lot of champions. There are a lot of champions in that group. There's a lot of players that have played domestically and internationally for the national team or in other countries. So egos aren't something you're too afraid of. You want people to feel good about who they are and their ability to perform. And that's for us to help manage and guide and nurture and grow. But we'll be mindful of it. But it's one game. There's not a lot to get carried away with at this point. We know what the season can look like. We were part of a disappointing season, but we're going to focus on the positive, keep moving forward, and each week will provide opportunities for us to grow and certainly continue to develop.
Thank you, Josh.
Yep.
We'll be back in just a moment with Alex.
Alex, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the goal that you scored. But take me through the third goal that you guys scored. You had one of two backfield passes, really just a special team goal. What does it feel like when so many people contribute into a goal like that?
Yeah, I think it feels great. I think you saw it in the celebrations. No, it's something we see a lot in practice, and when that comes out on game day on the field, it feels even better. I think we have a good connection with Diego and Seba as it is. So yeah, I was really happy about that goal. I think we played really well tonight, and that kind of was the icing on the cake.
So two backfields in practice all the time.
Yeah, only.
And then people around the league, they're going to take notice of this scoreline. We heard it's the biggest margin of victory in an opening match in MLS history. When people do see that, what message do you hope that it sends about the state of this club as it starts its second season?
Yeah, in the end, it's just 3 points. First game of the season. We have a lot of games left, so of course we're happy with our performance. But I hope it gives us confidence in the way we play, and with the preseason we've had. I think we've been happy with how the guys have been working and supporting each other. That was why we played the way we played today, and now it's just finding that consistency and keep winning games.
Chris?
You talked about confidence. You guys, how much do you think a year in this system has really allowed you guys to, play just better football and make that competitive? That was something that we talked about a lot last year. It felt like guys were thinking, it felt like you guys were trying to make sure they were in the right spot. Today it felt like you were just playing.
Yeah, I think it comes naturally. If you see in the text, we usually have a lot of numbers up top, and I think also our proactive defending is much better than it was last year. We had a preseason where we put emphasis on arriving in the box, on delivering balls, on proactive defending and counter attacks of the other team. So I think that's something we can keep getting better at. But it was a good start today for sure.
Alex, just how big was this first match this season? Obviously a 5-0 dominating victory, but just to start the season off in this way.
No, it's important. Like I said, we love playing in front of our fans and being able to deliver a scoreline like today is something they deserve every time. But they supported us through thick and thin last year, and I hope we can give them more joy this year. But for us, yeah, it's important, to hit the ground running, and continue, keep it up.
On that note, 2 minutes in, how big was Celio's goal just to jumpstart everything else that happened tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a optimal start. Takes a little bit pressure out of it. I think we were able to play more relaxed, and after that, I think the first half especially was really good.
Colby? A lot of quality stuff from the midfield tonight. Just what's the potential of this midfield?
I think you saw glimpses of it today, and I hope we'll gel more and more together. I think it's easy playing with Danny Pereira, Seba. Even when Johan comes in, everyone understands their role, and I enjoyed it tonight.
Any other questions? Zach?
Is there a way to? Is it too hard to like bottle this momentum and carry it? It's a long season, and there's going to be ups and downs. But how do you bottle something like this and carry it on?
Like I said, in the end, it's only 3 points we get, and every time we show up at a game, be it at home or away, we start from zero again. So I hope this is a confidence boost for us, but it won't work from itself. We have to do it every time we go out there. So I think that's the best way to describe it.
Josh talked a little bit about your transition into being more offensive, and how much motivation do you feel like you have personally in this moment in your career, taking on that role, and honestly today, just how much fun are you having, how much just how motivated are you?
I think the people who know me know I don't need any motivational help. I expect a lot from myself, but I'll play wherever Josh sees fit for the team. I think my attributes are complement them of Seba and Danny, for example, today. I think it's important, especially in the midfield, to have the right mix, and I do enjoy the freedom to go up top. So I hope we can continue this way.
Alex, congratulations on the wins. Biggest margin of victory in a season opener in MLS history. All that being said, what's that one thing that you or the team can work on to make it even better 8 days from now against Miami?
Yeah, I think we can control the game a little bit better in the second half. We weren't having problems getting out, but I think we could have at times played more direct, more offensive, in my opinion, where we, instead of playing the ball forward, we decide to go back again. So I think that's something we can look at. But like I said, when you're 3-0 up, you want to bait the other team, you want them to take risks and then punish them, and I think in the end we did do that. So that would be my little criticism, but I don't really see that bad. So yeah.
Any other questions for Alex? All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.